is an act of love. And I think that's the lesson we have given ourselves. And we hope that these, can be helpful and inspirational to other nations as well. So thank you very much to all of you, the committee, and the Institute, and certainly to the Norwegian people that have shown us also much love in these hours. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I now already see more hands than I can possibly register and than I can possibly accommodate. So this is going to be unfair, and I apologize in advance. But I already have a few names on a few people on my list. AP first. Please introduce yourselves and your affiliation.
Thank you, Pierre from AFP. Congratulations too. I realize that you cannot say much about the circumstances under which you left your country, but could you say at least if you have the feeling that the Venezuelan authorities have tried to hinder you from attending the Nobel ceremony, have tried to prevent you from attending the Nobel ceremony yesterday, and to which extent did you benefit from help from the US authorities?
Thank you. Thank you. Well, for the reasons you mentioned, I cannot give details because these are people that could be harmed. Certainly the regime would have done everything to prevent me from coming. They did not know where I was in hiding in Venezuela, so it was hard for them to stop me. It was rude, nonetheless. And yes, we did get support from the United States government to get here.
Thank you. And I have to ask everybody to limit yourself to one question and not follow Pierre's example of sneaking two questions into one. That's an old, well-known trick, and it did work in this instance. It may not work again. Please, with the light hair there, yes. Please wait for the microphone so that we can hear.
Soy Katia Elliot de la televisión sueca. Muchas felicitaciones. La meta de la oposición venezolana es la transición democrática y la salida del poder de Nicolás Maduro. ¿Considera usted que en algún escenario sería necesario una intervención militar estadounidense para lograr esa meta?
Bueno, muchísimas gracias. Voy a contestar en español porque la pregunta fue en español. Supongo que el público así lo desea. La sociedad venezolana ejerció el derecho al voto y la soberanía popular el 28 de julio del 2024 y de manera aplastante eligió a Edmundo González Urrutia como nuestro legítimo presidente. La sociedad venezolana ha dado todo por una transición en la democracia, en orden y en paz. Quien nos ha dedicado la guerra a los venezolanos ha sido el régimen de Maduro, que ha sido calificado como terrorismo de Estado por la Comisión Interamericana de Derechos Humanos y Crímenes de Lesa Humanidad por las Naciones Unidas. El régimen de Maduro se apoya en regímenes totalitarios de otras partes del mundo para atacar y dañar a millones de venezolanos. Rusia, Irán, Cuba, grupos terroristas como Hezbollah, Hamas, los carteles de la droga o la guerrilla colombiana, que están ocupando Venezuela. Esa es la verdadera ocupación. Nosotros le pedimos al mundo, sí, ayuda para bloquear el ingreso de estos recursos que provienen de actividades ilegales, que es lo que soporta la estructura represiva del régimen. Y eso viene por tráfico de armas, por tráfico de drogas, por tráfico de oro, por tráfico de seres humanos. Y sí, así como el régimen se apoya en sistemas criminales, nosotros necesitamos que las democracias del mundo apoyen a los ciudadanos. Gracias.
Una intervención militar.
Maria Corina, would you like to summarize very briefly
in English?
In English, since
okay,
I apologize, but there are some of us who don't know Spanish. We'd like to learn.
I thought that after
I suspect I'm not the only one in the room.
2 intense days, you had at least. No, I was asked if you were supporting an intervention from the United States, and I said that Venezuela has already been occupied by forces from totalitarian regimes such as Russia, Iran, Cuba, and criminal groups such as Hezbollah, the drug cartels, and the Colombian guerrilla. And as the regime seeks support and gets support from these totalitarian regimes, we, the Venezuelan people that have tried everything, institutional means, ask support from the democratic nations in the world to cut those resources that come from illegal activities and support of repressive approaches. And that's why we are certainly asking the world to act. It's not a matter of statements, as you say, it's a matter of actions.
Please, then the woman with the light hair and the yellow key strap. I'm not going to name you, even though I know some of you. Please introduce yourselves.
Gladys Fouché from Reuters. Senora Machado, congratulations.
Thank you.
What is your reaction to the seizure by the US Coast Guard of a crude tanker off the coast of Venezuela? Is it a necessary step to bring about change? Thank you.
Well, it's connected with what I answered previously, because, as I said, the regime is using the resources, the cash flows that come from illegal activities, including the black market of oil, not to give food for hungry children, not for teachers who earn $1 a day, not to hospitals in Venezuela that do not have medicine or water, not for security. They use those resources to repress and persecute our people, to buy arms, to infiltrate the military or movements, to pay for those that commit crimes and repression, to maintain our friends and colleagues in prison. So yes, these criminal groups have to be stopped, and cutting the sources of illegal activities is a very necessary step to take.
Please, with the green shirt there, just behind the previous.
Hi, congratulations on this prize. My name is Heidi Chesset from Bloomberg News. I'm wondering about your plans after you leave Norway. Are you going on a tour in Europe? Are you visiting the US? What will you do before returning to Venezuela? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I've been hearing several suggestions about that in the last hours and getting quite a few invitations. But to be absolutely honest, I'm taking one day at a time. There was great uncertainty if I was able to come. So I had not made many plans. So now that I'm here, I certainly want to spend a few hours with my colleagues, friends, and my children. I should make 1 or 2 visits to the doctors, different doctors. After all, it's been more than a year and a half. Certain things I should take care about. And yes, there are some meetings that I believe could be very useful that I do before I go back home.
Please, we are not accepting unsolicited questions. There is a moderator here. Please, be quiet.
I'll translate. They asked me if I could.
They asked you?
No, they asked us
Okay.
if I can repeat this question in Spanish. I think it's important.
Okay, that you're welcome to do. As I told you, my Spanish is virtually non-existent.
No, and as I told
Just
you,
ask me and you have to translate.
I'm learning how to deal with the Norwegians. Well, last time the police didn't want me to go out and say hello to the people, and finally we agreed. So it's dialogue. Me preguntaron cuáles eran mis planes para después de la estadía en Oslo, y le decía a la reportera de Bloomberg que la verdad es que estoy llevando cada día a la vez. Al final no tenía la certeza de que yo vendría, y por lo tanto estoy pensando que es lo más útil para nuestra causa que yo debo hacer. Si quisiera estar algunas horas con mis hijos, con nuestros equipos, que después de todo tenía mucho tiempo sin verlos y hay mucho que trabajar y siempre en persona se puede ser mucho más eficiente. También tengo que hacer 1 o 2 visitas al médico y quisiera también tener algunas reuniones antes de regresar a Venezuela.
Here in the dark shirt, yes.
Thank you very much. My name is Monica Anjuela. I am from Radio Latin America here in Oslo. And this prize has been...
Are you able to speak up a little bit?
Yeah, this prize has been very controversial in Norway. Some people are very happy, the Norwegian society are very happy for you, but other part of the society is not so happy. They say that you constant calling for intervention, international intervention, and you rejection to participate in the dialogues with the opposition and the regime. Don't be aligned with the Norwegian, with the Nobel Peace Prize core principles. So for those people, for those Norwegian citizens that are not so agree with the committee, what do you say to them about take a dialogue as a path to restore democracy in Venezuela? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, I have to say that many times in our journey, the truth has been very uncomfortable for some people. And we have paid a high price for telling the truth. And many times it would have been much easier and politically correct to keep in silence. But we decided to speak out. And it brought us sometimes pain and people that wouldn't understand our stances. But at the end, I think that holding to the truth, it's what creates trust, and that's the essence of what we're fighting for. So I respect other people's views, and I know that the situation in Venezuela is very complex. But this morning I had a great conversation at the Parliament, and there were representatives of every single political party in Norway. And I was so impressed to see how a society with institutions can work and passionately defend their ideas, but do it respectfully. And that's precisely what we want in Venezuela. That's what we're fighting for. So I ask anybody, that perhaps, and it's their right to have a doubt, to look further into what's truly at stake in Venezuela right now. And this is not only the unity of the opposition, but I insist it's the unity of the whole nation, what has happened in our country.
So now Venezuelan last question.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alison Humphrey from Sky News. President Trump has said that Nicolas Maduro's days are numbered. You've spoken about the people of Venezuela returning home very soon. What level of coordination is going on between yourself and the US administration about the day after Maduro goes, the weeks after?
Well, we are not involved at all in the decisions or operations that regard to the national security of other countries. I mean, every country has its own right for legitimate defense, and when they feel that their national security is at stake, they act accordingly. We have been working hard, not only with the US government, but other governments in Latin America and Europe, in terms of explaining in detail how we are prepared for the first 100 hours and the next 100 days in a country that has a multidimensional crisis. It's not only the humanitarian crisis, the financial crisis, the public services crisis, the security crisis, all together. So it's quite a challenge that President Edmundo González and his team have, But I want to assure you that very talented, experienced, and honest professionals within Venezuela and abroad are working together, and we have the plans and teams ready to take control on day one.
The man with the white earpiece there, excuse me. Yes, please. You have the mic. Please wait for the mic.